Hey,
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Outlaws of Alkenstar, excuse me. Um, we are here playing some Pathfinder 2, and we are starting Book 2 of the Outlaws of Alkenstar series called The Cradle of Quartz. Welcome to
ooh,
Book 2. Hi, everybody.
woo!
Woo!
Hello,
Our
hello.
levels are divisible by 2.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's all
you
part
too.
of the plan. Everything's connected.
Next we go to book 9.
Oh, boy.
In
Uh,
honor of the name of this book, I changed my name to Crystal.
nice. Well,
That rocks.
Crystal, would you introduce yourself for us?
Hi, my name is Crystal, and today I will be playing Tagarung Quevedo. My pronouns are he, him, his.
Awesome. Who would you
Hi, my
pass it off
name's
to?
Tim.
Cool.
Tim. He's gonna pass it off to Tim.
Nice.
I play Obeafo. Pronouns are he, him, and I'm just the meathead. All right, pass it off.
All right, he is Brian, and he's playing John Smith, who is a perfectly normal farmer.
My name is Yuri. My pronouns are he, him. I bit the tip of my lip. I play Babibi. He is a fighter. He hits things with a big stick.
Yay! Yay!
Hooray.
And my name is Sky. I play the dashing vulpine Oleander Hallowell, and my pronouns are he, they. And who's GMing?
Hi, I'm Emma. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing every NPC and also Rosaline Amberbloom, the cleric of Aristil, a little bit of a swashbuckler too. She's a gnome cleric. Yeah. Okay. So that's our group. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
We are starting with an interesting starting point. Last time on Outlaws of Alkenstar, uh, you all defeated a little bit of a homebrew monster, which was what was that called? A Grave Knight of Norgorber. And
No longer a concern of ours.
no long.
I understand that.
Because the
Nice.
name's Noah.
Yeah. And
Sorry to interrupt.
no, that was good. The character was someone from one of our shared campaigns from before we started recording this game.
Does that mean we can put that recording in your network because it's part of the universe now?
I'm down.
In 5 years, once we edit it, God. I'm about 8 minutes into the first episode, I promise. 100?
I don't know. I'm embarrassed with how I GM'd that one.
I think we all are.
I was learning
How I
Starfinder.
GM'd that one, yes.
We all were.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Thank you.
You vanquished this grave knight back to the grave, and you apprehended Shoma Lyserius, this individual who wanted to replicate the what's it called, the formula for
I remember his
pyronite.
motivation and speech was all over the place. I couldn't get a handle on it.
He was definitely pretty unhinged.
Yeah, he's not okay.
No. And I mean, his living space also reflected that. His living space was pretty weird. It was a tunnel that went back into this abandoned former temple to Norgorber.
I mean, it does sound like it would fetch a pretty good price on Zillow.
That's true. That's true.
That's everything right now.
Yeah, so you wind
You
up
could flip that.
back at you wind up back at the Barrel and Bullet Saloon with Phoebe Dunsmith,
That's
and
right.
That's a name I know.
it's a name you know, and she paid you handsomely for the work that she did,
How
that you
much?
did. Definitely enough that I have forgotten. I can look that up. Give me a sec. Um, she paid you.
423 gold.
No, we should have taken better notes, Yuri.
I don't think we just stepped out. We hadn't actually returned to Phoebe Dunsmith yet, in my memory.
I believe
We
you
hadn't
did.
resolved our payout, had we?
Yeah, we got back already.
Remember?
So
Pay us again.
she
I'm receiving
paid.
my paycheck. I wish I had it.
Yeah, she paid each of you 70 gold pieces.
Damn.
That's worth using.
Yeah. So each of you have 70 gold pieces from Phoebe Dunsmith. And she said, basically, stay here because I've got more work for you that has to do with Ambrose Mugland. And she's hoping that you will help her out.
Well, if it has anything to do with kicking him where it hurts, then I'm in. Assuming, of course, the rest of the group is as well. What precisely is this work you have for us?
Well, I have another problem that needs solving, and I think it's right up your alley. The gunslinging bartender sighs. It pays well, and it'll get you even closer to settling your score with your old friend Ambrose Mugland. Oh, and Deputy Angelique Lovelace. Last night. Go ahead.
That's no friend of ours, and I have less love, you're right, for Loveless.
She kind of smirks a little bit, gives you a wink.
Was I a bad through the entire introduction of this person?
No.
I don't think I've ever met this person, have I?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, so this isn't the guard in the bank person.
No, it's like the captain of the guard,
You-
the piece of
Never seen-
Yeah.
Captain of the
John
Guard.
Smith and I were in a bag of holding the whole time.
Yeah.
We have no idea what you're talking about.
You have met the bartender before?
Last night, we got reports of a flying clockwork monster spotted over Hammer Street in Ferris Quarter. It flew over the Eustrati due east before leaving the city entirely. Dunsmith indicates the general area on a map of Alkenstar. One of the sentries at Alkenstar Castle got a good look at it and said it was a clockwork cat with big bronze wings, with somebody riding it like a steed. We checked with the Temple of Brigh, goddess of clockworks. They keep a tight rein on which clockworks get made in Alkenstar. Turns out nobody's filed the paperwork for any clockwork cats. According to the Bryites, there's just one obvious suspect.
Clockwork
Dunsmith's.
witch.
What's that?
It's gotta be a clockwork witch.
Dunsmith
But maybe-
slides
Uh,
a charcoal sketch across the table, and the sketch shows a gaunt-faced man with bushy hair, thin lips, a broad nose, and an intense stare. Alderman Kasawana, one of the church's former primary cogs, the second highest rank one can attain with the Bryite priesthood. A real whiz with clockworks, apparently, plus anything else he sets his mind to. Curious to a fault, you might say. He was booted from the church a while ago for breaking protocol and promoting heretical conspiracy theories. Last time anyone saw him in public was at our friend Vashon Gattleby's Pyronite demonstration. Dunsmith raises her eyebrows. Kasawana kept a low profile till recently, doing his own thing at his workshop in Ferris Quarter. Did anybody want to jump in?
sounds like Kasawana let the cat out of the bag.
So he's a time wizard.
Just Just to head off any comical misunderstandings, did you check the registry for sphinxes?
I'll make sure my people get right on that. She gives a quick wink as well.
Alright.
Regular and clockwork. It
Yeah.
would probably be good to cover both bases.
Large was this cat. It was rideable, right?
Yeah,
It was
right.
rideable.
Also, at least large.
Yeah.
We got
Unless
a
she's small.
We got a
Or
few
he.
complaints from neighbors of loud booms coming from the workshop, but nothing serious. Well, the same night, sentries saw that flying clockwork cat. One of Kasawana's neighbors says he saw the old man fleeing the premises. Some gun-toting goons in pursuit. Sounds like one of the local gangs broke into the place and our man hightailed it out of there. Now, here's where it gets interesting. One of the robbers matches the description of our old friend, Ambrose Mugland.
Why would Mugland resort to petty thievery on the streets
Yeah,
himself?
why would he go?
That's really weird.
Must be a cover
Exactly.
using the gangs.
Exactly the question I have. Maybe it's a coincidence that Mugland who
Maybe it's
failed.
his twin brother.
Maybe
Twin brother?
Maybe
joins the
it's
local gangs.
Good is a relative scale here when we're dealing with the Muglins, so yes.
So Dunsmith kind of clasps her hands behind her back, turns around to study the whiskey bottles lining one of the walls. Maybe it's a coincidence that Mugland, who failed to capture Gattleby, leads a gang of toughs to grab this Kasawana guy just a few nights later. But I don't believe in coincidences. I want you to check it out. She drops a cloth sack on the table that lands with a satisfying clink. Go search Kasawana's workshop and talk to his neighbor. The priests at the temple of Brigh will have the address. And while you're at the temple, maybe see about looking into whatever heretical poppycock got into Kaswana in hot water with the Bryites. Could give us some clues as to where he went. At any rate, the Duchess wants you to find him before Mugland does. Ensure his safety and find out what he knows. If he managed to figure out the Pyronite formula, bring him in so we can keep him safe.
Query.
Answer.
Is she prepaying us? What was this bag with a clink? Is there a key? Is there coins? What?
Yeah,
I look in a bag.
It's a
There is.
pipe bomb.
There is a bag, and it's tied with a little leather, like a string strip of leather. And you undo the leather.
What? Like unlock?
Yeah, you
Yep.
do like a little, untie the bow on it, and it just falls open. And there are 200 gold in this bag.
We're getting prepaid?
You
Nice.
are getting prepaid.
What are we getting into?
We're trustworthy folk at this point. We've
We're
done multiple
screwed.
missions. Well, 200 split 6 ways.
6. Oh, right.
Rosaline looks and I think just split it 5 ways for now. If there's anything you think Rosaline should get, then
Yeah.
feel free to let me know. But
She feels the community is best. and the
Speaking of which, we
community
should
is
spend the money we have at some point.
Oh,
but
we're going
we can
to.
do it later.
No, I want to have that discussion as soon as we're done with this.
I wanted to run a underworld lore of do I know of the gangs in the area or the contacts in the underworld that might know about the nefarious activity in the Ferris Quarter.
sure.
25.
25. Holy cow.
It was a good one, I thought.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Mhm.
So, do you have lore Brigh, John Smith?
I do. I'm
What?
gonna look up heresies and stuff after this wraps up.
Okay.
I can't wait for the flavor text.
So, oh, this is gonna. I might need some time with this, y'all. I might end up pausing the recording.
Sure.
But
We're just fishing for information.
yeah, so in terms of the gangs, there's the obvious powder keg punks. But There are
Okay.
other.
Well, except for their leader at this point.
Yeah, so there are the powder cake punks who you
Powder
think
cake punk.
are they're probably less active, but there are other gangs within the city. Um, you think that mm, you think with how many like off one-off with how many one-off gangs there are in the city, you probably need to do some more research to figure out which ones are involved with this, if any.
Hmm.
But what you do know, I think, um, Ryan and Tag, I think Tag knows that like many of these gangs are probably. It would be realistic for them to be tied to Ambrose Muglin in some way. Like Muglin has a hold on this city, and it would make a ton of sense if he were orchestrating,
Yeah, some organized crime kind of thing.
right, something to keep the eyes off of him, but very likely he's pulling the strings. But you think you need to do some research, and you think the best place to do that is probably
At
um,
Mama's.
what's that?
At Mama's, my contact from when Tephra and I were growing up.
Mama's would be a good spot to do it. You also think that going to the Temple of Brigh would
Hmm.
also be a really good place to start. And I think that kind of brings me to John Smith.
Mm-hmm.
John Smith, with your lore check, lore Brigh, um, let's see. I'm going to pause.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brian, with
Mm-hmm.
John Smith, if you're thinking about Brigh and what you know about Brigh, and you know two things that come to mind. Um, the first is that um, the order of Brigh is very rigid. The structures of their um, hierarchy
Hmm.
are very set in place, and they have a very rigid way of leading and following. Um, you know, within that same piece of information, you've got um, different types of cogs, and cogs are they're the parts of the machine, which is kind of the greater piece, the greater organization. And so every individual is considered a cog, and in order to advance, you need to be um, studying and researching and learning how to craft things. Um, so that's kind of the first lot of information that you know. The second bit of information is that uh, the people here in Alkenstar who are involved in the church or temple of Brigh, um, they are very closed off to visitors, as if kind of the they don't really like people to be involved with their organization unless they're joining. So it's somewhat
Hmm.
cultish. Um, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the info that you know. Oh, you also know that probably again best place to learn information is going to be at the Temple of Brigh.
Okay. Um, I don't know if there's a mechanic for this or how we want to handle it, but can I use a combination of my knowledge Brigh, my lore Alkenstar, and my character background to like have a story about a contact I know at the Temple of Brigh?
I think so. That sounds fair.
Because I think, because for my character, the background I think for his knowledge of Brigh is basically that, what's one thing all automatons in this city of clockwork need? They need oil to keep moving and stay loose. Can they afford to get whale blubber for every single little automaton? No, they get corn oil and olive oil and
mm,
flax
There it is.
from the farmers. And so I've professed the faith to the buyers from the Temple of Brigh to keep all of their automatons lubricated back on the farm, and may know someone who comes out once a year to buy the leavings from our industrial processes.
yeah, I think you actually know someone named Joniah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's Joniah.
Perfect.
On
Okay.
a slightly related note, are followers of Brigh called Bryans?
They're
Or-
called
or Brights?
they are called Brights. Bryites.
Oscar
They're called
Foxtrot.
Briniacs.
Brainiac, there it is.
There we go. That's the
Get a
one.
better one.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right. All good for me.
What do you all do? We are recording again.
No, I was about to ask.
Well, our smart people asked their contacts for some help.
Yeah, I say let's go to the temple.
Okay.
Brigh?
Yeah.
Brigh.
Right.
What is that?
Right?
Real question.
It's
What is that?
It's the religious epicenter of Alkenstar. They're concerned with clockwork
Mhm.
structures and
There's a time god now?
always
There's a-
was. He was a Aeon in Winnie. But anyway.
Of course, there always was a time god.
Yeah, and perhaps always will be. What else can I say about them? There's a strict hierarchy. Some say that they have connections with some of the less savory parts of the town.
You know what? Give me a religion check, anybody.
Okay.
Well, that's me. I can do that.
And you know what? Let's do this as a blind GM roll, a secret check to see what people know.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll for me. I have 10 Brigh
This one, okay.
or 8 religion.
So
I'll do
if
one
you,
fun.
That's what I did.
I think if you right click on your skill, it should allow you to do that.
Just left click and then down the
There you go.
drop down.
All right. John Smith.
And how about Rosalind?
Yeah.
Huh.
John Smith. All of y'all. So
Really?
most.
I feel like the
Except
GM has to
for,
make up 2 things real soon.
except for Babibi.
Maybe had
Rosalind got a good roll.
So
Babibi
this
a
is
man of science.
this is something that I think I normally wouldn't ask for a secret check with, but I think since with knowledge rolls, that's where you see secret checks most of the time. So I figured we practice it, since I'll probably ask a little bit more frequently for secret checks than I have in the past.
I love it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but I think John Smith, you know quite a bit about Brigh, but BB, you also know quite a bit about Brigh. Brigh is
Right.
Babibi. You know that Brigh is the deity of community. It's the same deity that Rosaline worships. And John
Oh.
Smith,
Okay.
you know that Brigh is the deity of. Oh, got it right up here. I'm just gonna fucking. You rolled a natural 20. Bride's exact
Okay.
origins are unknown, though her
Okay.
priests and various religious scholars have many theories on the matter. Some believe she was a construct who achieved consciousness and a spark of divinity, while others think she was a human alchemist and inventor who discovered ways to fuse mechanical components with her own physiology. Regardless of her origins, Brigh is a patient and thoughtful god who promotes unending curiosity and constant intellectual advancement. Her two most common forms are a humanoid woman made of bronze clockwork and a human woman wearing a bronze skull cap and armor composed of gears and other movable metal pieces. Though Bry's usual demeanor is composed and reserved, she isn't an unfeeling automaton. She deeply cherishes the creations she and her followers make, and most of her worshippers feel the same way. Her edicts are to craft new creations, pay attention to details, and share achievements. Her anathema is to carelessly destroy others' creations or research, enslave intelligent constructs, abuse constructs, refuse to acknowledge or learn from mistakes, and then areas of concern clockwork, invention, and time. So you know everything about Brigh with a 30. But BB also with a super, super duper high roll, you know that she is the community god.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand it. We
Yes.
wish to visit the god of clicks. This
Yes.
makes sense to me.
So actually,
Click clack, click clack.
what I would like to do is, if we can spend like 6 hours, I want to go buy a bunch of unhucked corn and take it back to like the alchemy lab we now have at the bar, I guess,
Okay.
and reduce it into high quality oil,
Okay.
and like bring a jug of that as an offering to the temple.
Okay.
While that's going on, I want to go visit Mama.
Okay. So, is anybody else joining either of these people? These party
Yes,
members.
I will join Tag.
Okay.
I will accompany our simple farmer.
Okay.
I shall go to the market.
Okay. So, Babibi, Obeafo, and
Magic missile.
Wanting?
Babibi.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Babibi, Obeafo, and John Smith head to the market to purchase some corn. I think. How much corn you looking at here? Like enough to create oil, right? But how much oil, I guess, do you want?
Like 2 gallons ideally.
I think I'll
So-
say that's a gold. 2
Okay.
gold, maybe. Yeah, like a
Sounds
gold, I think is fair.
Okay.
We need a nut crusher.
hmm Yeah, and I'm just gonna drive our alchemist crazy by taking over his lab to reduce corn.
Give me a crafting check.
That would
Okay.
be one of us.
I have a +4. I may ask for help.
Oh, sure.
Here, can you make a check?
Crafting check coming right up. I shall enact the nut crusher.
He's the actual alchemist.
Yeah.
Yo.
21 nugs were crushed.
Okay, I direct him on how to do the farming part of it.
I light a match and I hold it against the metal plates and I heat up the nugs inside the crusher and extract oil.
All right. Wow. This is riveting.
And we buy whatever else we're about to add to our character sheet.
Okay.
So those who are not in the Nug Club.
Yeah. You head over to Mama's. Oh,
No.
hello. What's up?
I do have a question so I can roleplay this correctly. Has Oleander met Mama? Sky, have no idea what you're talking about. But our backstories are connected, so can we figure this out before?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
figure it out. You're good.
Mama was the childhood person that took the gnomes that, were pretty much abandoned by parents in Alkenstar and raised them. She is not a goblin, or not a gnome. She's a dwarf. And
Also not a goblin.
also not a goblin. You would know her in the sense of like knowing community people that, you know, are important in like raising people. I think like less orphanage person and more person that everybody knows about. And yeah, she
Mhm.
takes on kids all the time, raises them. So the fact that Tag and Tefra have been raised there, it's not a big thing. Uh,
She's like a Jane Addams.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the Hauser, but not just a Hauser kind of thing.
Okay. Have I met her personally before?
Personally, sure.
And do I know her connection to you?
Probably not that, but it's not a big secret. It's kind of just like, yeah, she raised Tag in the sense that a lot of people in the community were raised by people like Mama.
Okay. I can put 2 and 3 together.
Right.
All right. Got it. Cool. Moving on.
So, probably at this point, Mama has some new younglings in tow.
Yeah.
So, I will have brought some, I don't know, some corn husk dolls.
Okay. Okay.
The part of the corn that was not of use to them. And said, it's not much, but here you go, Mama. I thought maybe uh, now it feels silly now that I'm actually here.
Oh
Good
no,
place with
dear. I'm sure this is great. And I also think my accent has changed since last time we talked, but thank you so much. It's so good to see you, Tagarun.
You jumped right up the East Coast
Yeah.
faster than a speeding bullet.
it's important for you to practice your disguises. I love it. Where do you think I learned how to change my mannerisms? It's an important skill if you're going to survive with the groups that we interact with. Speaking of, I don't want to jump straight to the story, but I am dangling a hook hoping to catch a fish on the groups around Ferris Quarter. Some activity there that I'm interested in.
Oh yeah, what kind of activity?
Well, not so much a fish as a cat, so to speak.
And well, what kind of a cat we talking? Now I'm Boston.
uh,
Hello?
sorry.
No, you're good.
I think it's less a cat and more a clockwork construct. Specifically, there were some gangs that were chasing, and I relay the story.
Okay. Um so she describes to you that she doesn't have much information on this, but um she will keep an eye out and she will send one of her little birds to inform you if anything does come about, if any information does come through. Um, so give yourself, well, do I want to give you a bonus? Let's say you can take a bonus to a check in the future. That's like something that would make sense for someone to come and give you some information about something.
Yeah,
Um,
so next gather information related to this, something like that.
yeah. Um, but she doesn't know anything at the moment, and she does promise to keep an eye out. She leaves you with some snacks, some goods, just to take care and make sure that you're fed and healthy. Um,
Oh, Mama. You haven't heard from Tefra, have you?
oh no, dear, I haven't. I haven't really spoken to Tefra in some time now, but well,
This makes me so sad.
I'll keep an eye out for Tefra too.
Thanks, Mama. Let me know if you need anything.
And she gives you a big hug and kind of sends you on your way and with whatever you
Uh,
need.
on the way out, Oleander presents a bouquet of flowers for the decor.
Oh, thank you so much, Oleander. This is so sweet of you.
I try. And these ones are not oleander, so they are also not safe to eat. I wouldn't recommend it, but they won't kill anyone. So
That's good to know.
it's what oleander does.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good way to put it. Tag, you're it.
All right,
Let's go.
let's go.
Sounds good. So the group, I would imagine, kind of meets back up at the Barrel and Bullet, gets their oil ready, and then do you head over to the Temple of Brigh?
I have a wand for you.
Oh, thank you. You found it at the grocery store?
The wand store.
Found it at Ollivander's.
Oh, Ollivanders.
Not oleanders.
No, I know what I said.
It's a different universe.
I do too.
Query.
Answer.
Does one know how to handle a flick mace?
You know, I wasn't around a lot of gnomes growing up, so I never got the chance to learn, but I did know a gnome that used a flick mace.
Do you have a business card?
Unfortunately, she and I split ways. But if we come across her, I'll introduce you.
Thank you, little one, for being of no use.
All right, 30 knowledge Alkenstar. Where can someone get training on flick maces?
Oh boy. There's a great little flick mace shop that's just for flick maces.
A flick macery.
Flick macery. They also sell ice cream. And
Good.
This is how you prevent the bleaching. Trade flick maces and serve ice cream. Soft serve, obviously.
All right, so head to Dick and Mick's Flick and Lick.
That's the
God damn it.
Chucks.
Dick and Mick's Flick and Lick. I don't know if we're gonna recover from that this session.
I suddenly wanted ice cream.
That's what we're doing after this, I guess.
Fine suggestion.
Yeah. If you buy enough ice cream, they might show you a few moves.
Tomorrow I shall head to Dick and Nick's Flick and Licks.
Mix, yeah.
It's so fun to say.
Ask him how Chuck's doing.
It really just falls out of the mouth. Incredible.
Oh, and I can picture it. It is absolutely a gnome establishment.
Yep. Okay. Well, you.
What were we doing?
Please, do you go to the temple?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do go to the temple.
We to the next box of tags to the adventure pass.
Sorry. We do eventually go there.
What do I need to do to gain a level today?
Okay, you make your way across town over to the Temple of Brigh. And when you arrive, you are greeted by an individual wearing a hood and a chain connected to a symbol of Brigh on their forehead. They're wearing a cloak, and that cloak is pulled up into a hood, but you can see their whole face pretty easily. They look at you and say, "Welcome to the Temple of Brigh. How may we assist you today?
Well, I was looking for an acquaintance of mine. Let's say Jermiad,
Janaya.
Benaya. Yes,
Oh,
a acquaintance Benaya.
Janaya. And why do you seek Janaya?
Uh, well, I have a small donation for the temple that I want to pass through them, and we haven't spoken in a while. I'd like to catch up on matters of the faith.
Hmm. Give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, I don't know why I always end up talking. Let's see here.
Can I assist with
Mine's
this?
2.
Mhm.
Okay, 12.
Okay. Feel free to assist if you would like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
People's charisma scores.
that's me.
That does not exist.
It's charisma.
Okay, that's a +2 for a 14.
Okay.
Is
Do
anybody
I
else
get any
assisting?
bonus for like actually knowing a person's name and having an offering in hand?
Yeah, I'll give you
Um,
a. I'm gonna lower the DC for that.
uh,
Cool.
are multiple people allowed to aid? I thought it was just one per check.
Typically, yeah, I think it is one per check, but I'm okay with multiple people coming to aid with this as long as you can tell me what you're saying.
Um, so Tag says we've worked hours on this, and I think it'll be very good for the temple.
Hours on this oil. Thank you. Excuse me. Well, and your name is? Looking at you, John.
Oh, John Smith, a perfectly normal farmer.
John Smith. I see.
Yeah, it's kind of
Well,
hard to fit on your entire
Yeah.
ID card, but it is on there.
simple farmer.
Mhm.
My name is Mintakus. I am accompanied by an acolyte here. This is Duga, and a male human acolyte of Brigh steps forward from out of the temple's eave. There's like an archway and an over. There's an eave where the doorway sits into the archway. Um, and so this acolyte steps out, carries a large leather-bound book fastened with bronze gears. And you wish to speak with Janaya. Well, I suppose we can lead you into the temple.
That
But
would be
I'm not
wonderful.
sure Janaya is here with us today. We can do our best to find him.
Thank you.
Um, is
Should
anybody
we
else
wait
jumping in?
somewhere?
What's that?
Should we wait somewhere? Is there a part of the temple where we could speak with someone in the meantime?
Yes, you can come this way. And she opens up the door. Um, so, what brings you to speak with Janaya? Is it simply this corn?
Well, part of it is that, and matters of faith and matters of what is going on in the city at large. But like we said, we'd like to speak with her since we have I'm sorry, with him since we have a connection with him.
Matters of what did you say?
Well, we've heard word of strange tidings. A large clockwork animal flying over the city. No one knows from whence it came or went, and it seemed, of relevance to the face. And I was just wondering if anyone here knew about it.
It's rumors, of course, but it seems incongruous with what permits have been made related to the clockworks, so we came here. This is the place to learn about the clockworks, after all.
And you're saying that the church has something to do with this clockwork animal?
Not so much something to do, but perhaps would be able to shed some insight. And especially if you have nothing to do with it, that would be helpful information for us.
It's just in my experience, the church knows whether they're the party that made the clockwork or not, where it came from, how it got worked on, how a thing is even possible.
Tag, give me a diplomacy check.
Absolutely.
I will aid on this since
Yeah.
I stuck here. Yeah?
I can aid. I'm pretty good at diplomacy.
I have a
Okay.
number to
So-
add here. No, I don't.
26 minus 2 for the crit fail.
Ah, I see. You and you notice her demeanor change, Tagarun, speaking with you. You wish to know if the Church of Brigh, our temple, has allowed such a clockwork animal to be present, or if someone else is mucking about with clockwork equipment.
Now we're on the same page.
Then you
Yes.
can see how, if it was the latter, it would be, well, a mutual problem for all of us. We have business, so to speak, with whoever is running
Rocking
the
about.
show there. So,
And
Right.
who? Oh, go ahead.
It seems our interests align.
I would agree. Now, is there a specific individual you thought might be looking at these clockwork creatures, or is this more of a general concern that people amongst the city are becoming?
There's someone in the Ferris quarter that we think could be suspect, but I wanted to hear more from you first.
Can I jump in with a knowledge check?
Yeah.
So 19 for Brigh or 21 Alkenstar. I want a sense of the possible relationship between the church and Mugland, whether, they would be a group he persecutes and, they would be opposed, or whether they're, possibly another organization in his pocket, or,
Yeah.
how smart would it be to say, I think a clockwork maker, one of the faithful, may be threatened by this man.
So I think you know that, I think you know that Ambrose Mugland is probably has a neutral relationship with the church, with the temple. Um, I think the temple being such a staple of the city of Alkenstar, many people worship Brigh who live in the city, and so the temple is, for a lot of reasons, it draws people to Alkenstar. Um, you think that they try to keep in Muglin's good graces as much as they can, um, so that they can stay within the city and have this mutually beneficial relationship. But at the same time, you think that most people in Alkenstar who actually know Mugland or know of Mugland and how he operates probably hate the guy. So it's probably a complicated relationship between Mugland and the church, because while Mugland benefits the church and while the church benefits Mugland, you think the individuals within the church probably would dislike Mugland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. then I think I want to basically say, um, I'll be honest with you. We are here. Well, I'm here partially out of concern. Again, it's just rumors, which is why I was hoping to talk to my acquaintance about it. But at a tavern last night, we heard some ruffians talking about, we only heard part of it in a crowded room, but going after some clockwork creator, someone who had a powerful new invention, and they thought they could profit off of it. And I just wanted to know if anyone in the community had been roughed up or was in any danger. We'd help if we could.
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that.
more dire than I thought when you initially came here. Well, I can tell you I'm not certain that anyone has been harmed, but, well, I have had my concerns about Olaman Kasawana recently.
No, what's going on?
Well, we haven't kept up with the goings on of the former primary cog for quite some time. In accord with Regulation 1452, Olaman Kosawana is no longer associated with our temple. And she turns to the acolyte, who opens the complex clockwork latching mechanism on his book, quickly locates the appropriate passage, and hands the book to the party, pointing to a heading that reads Regulation 14.5.2, so they can read along while the acolyte recites the text from memory. Regulation 14. Acolyte's voice. Regulation 1452. All components shall advance the functional or aesthetic qualities of the device. Any component which does not serve the whole shall be excised. The acolyte closes the book as he finishes the last phrase. Mintaku's nods, eyes closed, savoring the logic of the words. So it was with primary cog Kasawana. He chose not to serve the church, as much as I appreciated his presence, so was declared superfluous to our needs. He continues to serve the Whisper in bronze in his own way, perhaps, but not in an official capacity. I believe his workshop is in the Ferris Quarter, as you mentioned, along the river, 3 blocks west of Hammer Street. And Kazawana is someone I would be concerned about, considering what you shared.
That's good to know. Maybe we'll drop in. I'm surprised that someone like that would fail to serve the purpose of the whole. I don't mean to pry, but is there anything you can tell us
As
about what
were
happened?
we.
Mm-hmm.
The acolyte steps in. Yeah, wasn't really sure why the man left. Seems like he was kind of distracted or something. Yes, he was distracted with some other purpose. And while I believe he is still loyal to Brigh, he is no longer a part of our grand machine.
What specifically separated his philosophy from that of the whole?
Also, 24 perception on that thing that guy just said.
Yeah, sense motive.
Yeah.
I was about to
Yeah,
roll the same thing.
yeah. You think he's telling the truth? He seems upset at this guy at
Okay.
Kasawana. Seems like he was probably admired the man, and to see someone who you admire leaving the church like that would probably be disappointing and saddening. Um, so you think that's probably how he's feeling. But sorry, what was the question that you asked?
What specifically about his philosophy deviated
Yeah,
from
was
that of
there some
yours?
event or disagreement, or did he just sort of trail off and not come back?
Was there like some machine he made that had components that looked like not towards the function of the machine? Was it something specific like that?
Did they wake up to a paper nailed to their front door of like reasons why they suck? Or
Ah, hmm. And you can tell she seems like she's about to, like, she closes her eyes as if she's about to savor the words she's about to speak. It is not for the gear to determine how it will turn, but for the maker to set the design. Each gear must work with those beside it, or else the device will fail. Mintakus then continues. Olaman found himself fascinated with some of the less accurate records in our archives, from which he formed a peculiar worldview. Instead of helping to grow the knowledge of the faith, he fell victim to lies and half truths. It was very likely our grand cog, Lana Lear, who asked him to leave, but he probably did leave of his own design, or at least lost interest in the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
24 knowledge, Brigh. Does that suggest to me anything about, is there a known heresy or something that would suggest to me?
It doesn't seem like it. Nothing that you're picking up on right now. Um, you think you would need to do like some pretty significant research in order to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that's not my primary concern right now.
Yeah.
Something that we'll look into later, but not right this moment.
Yeah.
Um, do we want to investigate why we'd be into the explosive stuff, the pyronite?
Um,
Maybe not here.
yeah, I think probably fine.
Yeah.
Searches place
So
for
with
clues.
the information they gave, we know the address. We know where to check out.
Yeah, and some conversation starters if we meet him.
Okay.
So yeah, if we're good to go, I think I'm gonna like write a little note on the corn thing and ask them to give it to my friend when he returns. And
Cool.
the note will basically say like, sorry to have fallen out of contact. The gears are grinding in my life now, but they will soon find their way straight. uh Come the next harvest, speak to Honest Abe at this farm, and the Honest Abe is a cousin of mine who I've briefed on how to scam these guys. And he will continue selling you what you need to further your mission.
Okay. Okay.
And to the attendant, I say, thank you for the most beneficial thing that you or any of us can give to each other, time. It has been very helpful to our community to hear about this.
She smiles and thanks you. One more thing.
Of
Even
course.
old texts rife with error are retained by our order, but some stories from the past are meant as allegory, requiring heavy revision or annotation in light of new understandings. Olaman took a few such stories literally, and we believe that it may have infected his work, his teaching, even his mind. He's a great man. He is someone we admire, but we do believe he lost his way. And you may wish to investigate the asynchronous archives. They are something that might give you more guidance. They're not here, but rather at a workshop of Kasawana's. I visited them myself, and it is impressive, but should you head to Kasawana's residence, I believe you will find these asynchronous archives.
I appreciate this one more thing. It sounds like we're ready for an AA meeting.
Mhm. Okay, 22. Have I ever heard that term before?
You have not.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you all very much for your hospitality. Tempest fugit, though.
Mhm.
So I believe we must get going.
Are we heading out on them?
Yeah, I know.
Finally, the guy who didn't want to be in church leaves the church.
No.
Yeah, what is this
Oh my
deterministic
goodness, I know
bullshit
God is the
here?
God of community. Why are so many dweebs hanging out in the stupid church? Oh, you guys need somewhere to hang out, but dang, clocks and gadgets.
But
I
baby,
know.
your voice has changed so much in the last few weeks.
They understand that mechanical.
Nerd.
Thank you. They do understand that mechanical hands are the ruler of everything. At least as far as they put it. Rather fatalistic, though, aren't they?
I'm just glad they didn't excommunicate our friend over here in the armor.
Why would they?
Yeah, let's just go with why would a religious sect that's all about?
Why?
Order and conformity
It's the
and
God of community. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I'm sure Baleful can find a clique of her own.
is
His.
yeah. Well, I think we should head off unless there's something else for us to do.
No, I agree.
we should pick up Rosaline, though. She hasn't
Oh,
yeah, we forgot her at
Where'd
the
she
tavern.
go?
I left her in the daddy daycare. Hey, Roz.
Oh,
She's a
hey
bartender
there.
at
What's
one
up,
bar, right?
y'all?
Do you need an hour to sober up, or are you ready?
Oh no, I was just talking to this halfling fella. This is what's your name? She's like
You
drunk.
still have to come up with it.
Okay, it turns out it's gonna be an hour to sober up.
Oh, ask her before she joins us to stop by Dick and Mick's Flick and Nick and get a big lit cone for all of us.
Wait, I need a flick mace.
And a flick mace.
Flick it. So 1 flick, 5 licks.
Don't forget the chick pick. If you're a chick, you can get it discounted. All right. No, we're gonna skip the ice cream. We're gonna go to
What?
the first
No, we're
one.
not skipping the ice cream.
All right, so we show up in the Clockwork Quarter carrying ice cream and swinging maces around.
Flicking legs.
Sounds like a party to me.
Yeah.
So.
It's like a kid flick
Yeah.
face.
It's like the cup and ball.
Yeah.
It is branded too. It does have like the whole.
Yeah.
Flick
yeah.
and lick. So after we go 3 blocks down from Hammer Street.
Mhm.
That's at the corner of Arm and Hammer.
We follow the street that looks like a sickle.
Emma, you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're all here.
'Kay.
Emma,
Yeah?
what was the last thing you heard?
What? The Arm and Hammer Street, the Sickle Street.
Okay. Who disconnected? I heard someone disconnect and reconnect.
Oh, okay. I think we're good.
No one else heard it?
It's probably you.
This general confusion technological interlude brought to you by
Confusion.
Yuri.
general confusion. Yes.
So, what's the neighborhood look like?
It looks quite nice. It is. Yeah, it looks fine. There are some apartment communities and homes. It's not too far from like a little market area. It seems like it's pretty nice.
I take a few moments to like clean up our gear a little bit and make us look less like ruffians.
Okay.
I don't think I need to actually use hat of disguise, but make us look like we're not just some thieves.
Dude, I'm probably still purple. It hasn't been that long.
Yeah. So your look is more like painter. The rest of us, yeah, just kind of taking in the environment and making us not look like we're related to some bad folk.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking at the house, anything remarkable from the exterior?
Not really. It seems pretty straightforward, pretty much like a regular home. Um, oh, I have this for y'all. This this is what Alkenstar looks like from a more three-dimensional view.
Oh, cool.
So as you walk through the city, this is kind of what you see.
That's the bridge.
That is the bridge.
Well, no wonder the fishermen couldn't get us across.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was really bad.
For the audio, we are looking at an wonderfully illustrated image
Of a bridge suspended 300 feet in the air, which adds some context to our last adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like over it's near a waterfall. It's over the fallen water part of the waterfall, like connecting two sheer vertical cliffs with it looks like buildings on them.
Yeah, it's like the town of Rift from what is that? The Shattered Worlds? Whatever
Something like
story
that.
is called.
Yeah.
Where it just goes down into the cliff.
Babibi realizes how much of an idiot Babibi sounded like 2 adventures ago.
Right. So
Very cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Are there any
Yeah.
other images? I could use this context later for any other
Yeah.
plans I hatch up.
Yeah, nothing that I have right now. However,
on the house, I'm specifically looking for if a thing flew, it would have had to leave from like a balcony or a sun window, something like that.
can you say that again?
For the cat that flew from the house, it would have had to leave from like a balcony or a sunroof or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, it would.
I'm looking for something like that from this house.
Okay. You notice that this house does seem to have like a sort of like an up. It does have an upper level. There doesn't seem to be a balcony per se.
Is there a hot tin roof from
What's
which
that?
the cat left? Is there a hot tin roof from which the cat left off? Or-
There does not seem to be.
Okay.
But
Thanks for getting that.
but there does seem to be an upper level.
Okay.
Okay. How about just as I approach, doesn't seem to be like a paranoid alchemist having traps that make us purple.
Doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna go ahead and get you on the map.
That seemed to right into something.
I roll a rock onto the path. Does it turn into? Does it trigger a booby trap?
Does not. There's Bubby.
I roll a second rock on the path.
There's Tag. There's John Smith. Obeafo. Oleander.
I don't think we're on the map yet, but
Rosaline. And I'm gonna activate
so
this
far
map.
we're still in the open story.
Never said Babibi.
I did not, but Bobby B is on the map.
Oh my god, I'm showing up on a map. I can see things.
Hey, are the walls not working? Oh no, they are. It's just the roof.
The
Can't
roof is
see
now on
nothing.
fire.
It's black.
Okay.
Wait. Wanna
So-
good.
You are outside, and
I can see. I can fight.
oh boy. Um,
It's been a while.
We bust through the walls.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I try the door.
I checked for traps.
I already did.
Okay.
27.
So
Fine.
oh, I didn't actually roll those sorts of rocks. I just rolled a normal rock onto it. In game.
Are we gonna listen to the DM?
Yeah.
I know I interrupted first, but
We're all
Um,
having fun with it though.
so
Are we?
yeah, no, you're good. I don't mind. It's fun. The outside the building, there is a big cobblestone path next to the road. It's kind of like a sidewalk. Um, and there seems to be a locked door down about where I am pinging further down the path. But essentially, this is the exterior of a home. It's kind of just the outside of a home.
All right.
What are you hitting with your bastard sword, Yuri?
just practicing.
Okay.
Kill the bird with Messi in his home.
Oh, holy fuck, Habibi.
I check around the, I guess at the top, the northern,
Yeah.
for another entrance to the home.
That's a
Okay.
good question. Is there an entrance to knock?
Yeah, you think this
Other than this one.
this door here is the one that you can see, but there is a corner that you can't see around yet.
Except I
Oh
can see
no!
around the one
All
corner.
right, Tag. Let's see your new ability.
So I use my
Harmonica
tactical
yourself around the corner,
harmonica to scope out around this corner. As long as nothing else interrupts around the corner, what do I see?
This is a missed opportunity to make it a tactical slide whistle. It's like,
Actually, with the level up, it's now a tactical
So,
slide.
Did you like? Did you just like polish your harmonica to a mirror finish?
That's exactly what happened. When I say tactical, it's a little bit of spit to make it gleam.
I was assuming it had a scope and a laser sight.
Yeah, that's what tactical means,
That's
right?
level 8.
So Tag, you take a look around the corner and you kind of angle your tactical harmonica a little bit, and this
So
is what you see. I'm gonna move your character a bit.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So you see a window, and in the window there seems to be like an office that is completely disheveled.
Like in this direction.
Yeah.
As far as along the alleyway on this side of the house, there doesn't seem to be anyone there.
No, there doesn't.
Then I whisper to the group, seems to be clear, and then walk over to the window. Looking inside, doesn't seem to be anyone inside the office.
No.
I check for traps around the window before I see if it's unlocked.
The window is locked. And give me a perception check. Give me a secret perception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you want me to try this door?
Well, we should probably check it for traps first.
Okay. Tag, you're pretty certain that there are no traps at the window.
Okay. In which case, yeah, I'm just checking for a easy way to enter because I assume the guy left. So if this is locked, I'm gonna keep walking around the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming at this point that it's an empty house, that he flew away, but I'm looking for an easy way to enter. So I go around to the next corner.
Okay.
Before I cross around the corner, I use my tactical harmonica.
Our chat is ridiculous right now. I'm just going to read this so the listeners can hear.
Oh God, no!
What? Are we breaking into this house? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Why are we breaking into this house? This is the guy who made the cat. But why aren't we just knocking? Maybe he flew the coop. I have a crowbar. We look sus.
And it'll be up to you, the listener, to decide which of us was talking at each point.
Just
Play
like,
along at home, friends.
this is why I said I make us look like we belong in the neighborhood. But yes,
See, if we weren't recording, we would be having this discussion over top of each
Yes,
other in
and
our
just
group
chilling.
dynamic, but we are trying to behave nicely sometimes.
Attempting.
So, Tag, you turn this corner and you see a loading area. This exterior area is open to the street to the west. A sloping wooden roof held up by thick wooden beams protects the loading area from inclement weather. The bay doors are about 3 feet higher than street level, perfect for rolling heavy materials directly from a wagon bed straight into the building.
Okay. Again, nobody looking at the house from this area.
Give me a secret perception check, everybody.
I am also going to walk up to where Tag is, so she is not just running off by herself
Okay.
here. But I will also be giving you that secret check of perception.
But yeah, again, so far I haven't rounded the corner. I'm just checking it out before I do.
Okay. Okay.
There's like a little eye with a slash out symbol next to perception. You can just like click that.
Or you click perception and then blind GM roll.
Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, looks like we've got everybody, I think.
Except for Rosalind.
Except for Rosalind.
He's too busy munching on ice cream.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see, Roz.
What an incredible invention that ice cream shop is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Oleander,
Yeah.
John Smith, Babibi, Rosaline. They all think that the most notable thing that you see, you all think that the most notable thing you see as you look into this loading area is a young boy who jumps from the street up to a crate, up to the small sloping roof, and then into a window up at the top. He climbs up this crate and then uses it to jump to a wooden pillar, then climbs up to the sloping wooden roof, then scrambles to the flat warehouse roof where he goes into what looks to be a ventilation grill, and then he walks into the building. Not a window, excuse me, a ventilation grill. Obeafo, the most notable thing that you see is there is a cat that is running across the street. And you're pretty certain that this cat is is going to be entering the home. It's like ducking around the corner. It looks like it's going to go in through an open window or something. I don't know.
I like it. I'm gonna be watching this cat.
Like the little red string on the bulletin board. Cat? Another cat? It's all coming together now.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's what you
And what
notice.
I said,
Okay, so where exactly was the person jumping in, and is it somewhere we can climb to follow them, or is it pretty out of our reach?
Wow.
I mean, you could try to get up to that area. You think
I
you
have
could
a-
give me some? Yeah, go ahead.
I have a very stupid idea.
Okay.
arson.
Oh boy.
Slightly less stupid than that one.
We move the crate.
One of these
We'd never
times is gonna
able
be the
to
right
leave
answer.
if we move the crate.
Well, yes, but also, this was a small child who went through, yes?
It looks like a young boy.
All right. Is it a ventilation shaft big enough to fit
A
Obeafo?
fox, yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's big enough to fit any of you?
All right.
All right.
We
Well,
jump
I mean,
in the bag and give it to a fox.
We need a
Yeah.
van and candy.
Oh, we have ice cream. We do have ice. And I have a
Wait.
moose.
That's it.
yeah.
Okay. So we're all jumping in the bag?
Wait, how high is the window or whatever, or the roof?
Like 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I can throw a bag that far. Everyone else in.
I saw a cat going over on this side.
Yeah, we're chasing a boy. Everyone in the bag.
I go in the
Fuck.
bag.
I can climb up the wall.
We need to buy a ladder next time. We're just gonna
Can
store
you
a ladder
the
in this
wall?
bag of holding.
Yes, I can.
All right. Yes. Okay. We all get in the bag and give it to the fox. We're gonna chase this
alrighty.
person.
Cool. I guess I climb up and holding the bag, and then as a little foxo.
You have to climb speed, or is it?
No, but I have a much better acrobatics check, so after enough tries, it'll happen.
Next time I go back to the market, I'm buying a
Actually, hold on. Do I have a climb speed now?
You're gonna be more than encumbered.
No, it's going in the bag of holding. But every solution doesn't need to
It's
be
like-
to get in the bag and get thrown somewhere.
It's a good solution. We're already climbing.
Yeah, we're up.
Okay.
Do you let us know that we're up in the ventilation? Otherwise, we stay in the bag.
Oh,
we're
Leander.
doing a time check.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. It's a 12 for now.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get up there, honestly. So you think as a
Okay,
fox, you
cool.
can like scramble up to the crate, and then make a jump.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
Once we get to a part where I can safely open the bag and eject 5 humans, I will do so.
Okay. So Oleander, I'm gonna put only Oleander on this map for right now.
5 humanoids. Are any of you non-humans? We have 2 gnomes. We have
Human.
human, undead, but human. Yeah, it's a bunch of humans.
I'm officially rescinding his human status. We are not
And
the same.
fox. And a fox.
Like the same to me.
Just because I'm taller than you, huh?
So Oleander, you should be
Yeah.
able to see something on your screen, but not very
Good.
much.
Yep.
Everybody else, your screen should be black.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oleander, you scramble up to a
Yeah.
grate.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great. And there is a door, like a hinged grate on the other side that is open to a loft. And you
Okay.
walk in, and there's a boy.
Well, I would like. Yeah, that was me testing that. I would like to actually perception check first.
Okay.
I'm not going to just like randomly bust in, like Leroy of Jenkins. 20, dirty 20.
20. You hear there's someone walking around this loft.
Okay.
You don't see them.
Agrin, how many happy stories do you know that begin with chasing a spectral kid into an abandoned house?
Knowledge check.
Oh God.
Lore Alkenstar.
I'd like to use lore genealogy.
Okay, 18. How many happy stories do I know?
One.
Really?
Okay.
That's good.
Oh, this is
Good
a
sign.
horror story. This is a setup for every horror story.
Contiguous knowledge. What's the other answer, Emma?
Oh yeah. Good call. You know the story of a boy who is uh, who died long ago and lures people into his home by chasing them up into a into chasing them through a window, an open window in his home, and lures them in, and then they die.
That sounds like a good story, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some missing patches. I guess the survivors never made it back.
Yeah.
Oh wait, happy story. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a happy story.
Um,
So I weaved together a tale, performance check 21.
Thank you.
While y'all are in the bag.
There once was a boy who lost his keys and he found a stranger to go in the window with him.
That's not how
You lost
it
the
is.
Just a fox with the bag that's going.
Oh, may the Wellerman come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is an entire other song about the noises foxes make. So,
Yeah.
but this fox is going to be as quiet as possible here,
Give me a
and
stealth check.
yeah, I will, and just observe for a bit.
Ooh, wait, before you roll.
Monkey.
Yeah,
Give me a secret stealth check.
sounds good. Let me make sure that this actually rolls correctly.
If this is trying to make a distraction, I can use my performance instead.
Oh, we're really gonna let a little boy get away from us.
This is supposed to be a plus 10 to stealth. Oh, sorry, I forgot to make it secret, but
Oh, good.
this did not. Did this roll correctly?
You gotta do, instead of private GM roll, do blind GM roll.
It also didn't add the correct
If
If it was
bonus.
plus 10, it was
Oh,
26.
yeah.
And assuming for us.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, that's
you have
why.
to hit add.
I have to
after,
hit.
right? And then change it to blind. Blind, I say.
I
There it
really
is.
like your roll. I'd rather you not re-roll it.
Yeah,
Okay.
well. well.
You.
It's a plus 10 now instead of a plus 3, so theoretically it could be better.
You walk in, or like into this vent, this grate,
Just far enough to be able to see.
Oh, great.
and you don't see any boy, but you do hear boy.
Okay. I hear boy. The sound of boy.
The
Boy.
sound of boy walking around.
So the
Okay.
horror movie is continuing.
Yeah. Once the fox dies and we're trapped in here,
Hey.
what do we do
We're
then?
not trained up to, we can just open it.
Depends which way the bags fall.
That's a lovely sound. Yeah, just I'm gonna sit here and observe for a bit. Like, what do I hear him doing?
You hear him picking something up off of a crate, putting it back down. You hear like the thumbing of pages as if he's reading something. And you also hear him like sitting down on something soft. Yeah.
Okay.
From your vantage point, you don't see him at the moment.
Okay, I stick my head into the bag and I look at Tag.
There's a massive fox head in front of you.
Is it time to come out of the bag?
I shake my head no. Did you message me or did you speak that out loud?
Well, if I'm inside the bag, then you can't hear outside of the bag. You put your head in?
I can't talk. Unless you message me.
But you could hear me. So
Yes, do
after
that.
you shake your head no, I message.
Okay.
What's up?
I relay what was just said. He's walking around reading something, sat down on something, I think.
Probably the archives of asynchronicity we were after. Let's get him.
Are we agreed?
Yeah, we should
Did we
restrain
just
this
agree to kill the
person.
boy?
No, restrain and ask
Oh,
why he's
okay.
sneaking in here and who sent him.
All right.
I'm good at that.
By surprise?
The whole
Yes.
use a mace
Yes,
and
jump
ice
over his
cream.
head and turn the bag inside out.
Ask him where the imps are. Why was he trying to set fire to this
No,
house?
everyone ready a grapple attempt. You jump over him and turn the bag inside out.
I'm gonna throw my bolus at him.
You hear a little happy yet from the fox.
Okay, I ready a grapple attempt.
How much experience for killing the boy?
You, strength person, ready a grapple attempt.
You lose a level if you kill the boy.
He's considering.
Drive a hard bargain.
God.
So we need to find 4 boys so we can see what happens when we get
God.
on 4 level.
So frost vial, reduced running speed by 5, right?
All right, let's do
All right.
this.
I grab the bag in my jaws.
I prepare my bolus in my hands.
I'd prepare a grapple check.
Grappling.
I prepare to sing.
Okay.
That's how I help other people grapple.
Okay.
Oh, grab him tight and grab him good.
And Rosaline, who I did not forget.
She prepares her shield for the boy.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, hit the boy with the shield.
Oh boy.
Now, anyway, okay. And then I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to very carefully, as quietly and stealthily as possible, move forward enough to see where the boy is.
Sounds good. Go ahead and move your token.
Do I need
All
a
right.
new stealth check, or is that going
No.
to continue?
You're okay. So the boy is sitting facing the southern wall.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to notice you. I rolled a secret
I-
perception check from y'all.
I
Uh.
have a 20-foot speed, and he's 20 feet away. Go ahead and say what else you needed to say.
Yeah, so he's reading a book, sitting on a bedroll, and looking at the wall, or like facing the wall, I guess. There seems to be this seems to be a storage loft. Like there's just a bunch of random junk all over the place, and it seems like he has made it his home.
Oh, this poor child. Okay. Oleander kind of has a moment. He's like, what if this was my child here? What if this was my daughter? Well, it's not, so.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run up and upturn the bag in his face.
Oh boy. Okay. So let's get everybody on the map here. Who is?
I'll go there.
Let's. I'm just gonna. You can place yourself wherever.
I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
I
we're
already-
all in one square.
There's more of me.
Squeezing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here, but then I will very quickly end up getting pushed aside. So I think the fox will just step up onto a box
Whoa.
here. Fox on a box in socks, not in socks. It's just a regular fox.
All right. Should I be able to see the map now? I still cannot.
You
Yeah,
should
you're
be
on
able to
it.
see the map.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
you should
gonna
all be on it.
restart it. Hold on. I keep going.
So
I'm going to
you
stay in fox form.
okay? So you dump the bag out, and everybody pops into existence on the material plane.
I can breathe. I can fight.
And the boy turns around. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. I don't know what you're... here for?
Perception check.
Initiative.
Perception check to sense motive. Did
We
he
had
do
many
it?
actions.
25.
He probably has stolen some things here and there.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, it keeps saying I don't have permission to access settings, and then doesn't show me the map.
Let me
Why?
try to. Weird.
That's a pretty good grapple check.
Okay. So you are in front of this young boy who looks to be around 11 or 12. And he says, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Slow down. Tell us what you're doing in this house. You don't belong here.
I found it. What do you mean? I mean, I know it belongs to somebody else, but like, nobody ever comes up here.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what you found.
I mean, I found the building. I found like,
How about what are you reading over there? Looks interesting.
I don't know, it's just something I found in one of the boxes.
Uh-huh. Tell me what you're reading.
I take the book. What is the book?
It's like a magazine about clockwork
Okay.
inventions.
23 to hit, 19 crit.
What the fuck, man?
Why you tripping? Why you tripping?
What the heck?
Yeah, wash your mouth out with soap.
Stay right there. Wait, so
Oh, excuse me. I mean, yip, growl.
All right. Yeah, we heard that some ruffians were harassing the owner of this place, and you're the only one we've seen here. So tell us what's going on and what you've seen.
Did you see it happen?
Oh
Were
shoot!
you in the room when it happened?
Oh, you're with those guys. Oh wait, I don't want anything to do with this.
Tell me what you saw. What do you know about what went down?
Okay. There were 3 humans. They had shiny guns made of gold. There was a cigar-smoking halfling in fancy business clothes. Gilded gunners, see? That fella's in a right mess if they're after him. Not sure who their boss was, though.
I think I got that part dialed in. Are you?
Let's check on that description. 25.
No, the Gilded Gunners, yeah.
Yeah, the Gilded Gunners are definitely a gang, and they use guns that are gilded in gold.
Am I familiar with them?
You know of them for sure.
I haven't
You
had direct dealings with them. No.
probably not. They are thought to be pretty dangerous. Yeah.
They're ruthless ruffians. You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, no, you know what you're talking about.
So, what did they do here?
Well, they took the guy. Or at least I think they did.
Didn't get a full view of what was going down, did you?
I mean, I saw like a flying cat thing.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
And where did it go?
Yeah.
Come
on, Cotton Joe.
How'd you know my name? My name's Joe. People call me Joe. I'm Josiah.
Check, Joe.
His name is Josiah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Who is that?
Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, the guy was it's a large clockwork construct with the body of like a panther, wings of an eagle. It kind of looked like a human face. It was
Sphinx. We all know it's a Sphinx. Continue.
Manticore, obviously.
Sphinx, I know what this clockwork could be.
They had it in the bay doors in the northwest loading platform for a little while. I never really saw it move. I always just thought it was a statue. But yeah, I saw some weird behavior from that guy. I don't know who he was, but he took some time to wind up those clocks. And he points out several clocks around the workshop, each of which is stopped precisely at 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 7 seconds. After some thought, he also adds, he also fiddled with the thingy over there, crystal thingy. What? No, I wasn't thinking of taking it. Just half the stuff this guy builds around here is apt to kill you.
Crystal was mentioned to us before. What was that about?
That was the name of this adventure path.
That's not something my character knows about. Okay.
Can I roll meta knowledge?
More meta.
Yeah.
More
Lore tabletop.
Yeah, write a d square root of -1.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Rolls.
Does not reference the name of the adventure path.
I'm confused. Did he just make us roll a D1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to ask you to repeat all of that puzzle solving information a week from now.
But in the meantime, I don't know what 227 means. Josiah, have you taken anything from the house already?
No, not really. I don't really have any need for it. It's just kind of junk.
And since you live here, where would you take it? Yeah.
Have you found any books? We were looking for a book or set of writings called the Asynchronous Archives.
Well, I mean, I don't like going downstairs because it's just not really doesn't belong to me. Not that this belongs to me, but like, at least nobody ever comes up here. But that other guy spent all his time downstairs, and so, I didn't like to go down there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there are lots of books down there. You can check out that area. There's a big open area, and there's tons of books.
And have those gilded gunners come back since the cat took flight?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, might be worth your while if you find anything else suspicious. Let us or maybe I know someone in Ferris Quarter that I could have him let know.
I think that's fair.
Okay. Then I point out someone that he could talk to.
Also, I want to say, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to get this in. I think I misspoke. I think I said that they had captured him, but they have not captured him as far as you can tell.
I thought maybe that was just Josiah thought that. But
no, what Josiah would describe is that he thinks this guy got off on that like flying cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he thinks that he got away too.
Have you heard this guy mention or write about like anywhere else he might have gone? Do you have any idea where he would have went on this cat?
No, I don't really know, but if they're after him, that's not good. The Gilded Gunners are pretty bad.
Yeah, okay. And when did he do all this stuff with the clocks and the crystal?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just during the break-in, like when they started to enter, he just started winding things up. It was pretty weird.
Okay. So yeah, we should probably figure that stuff out before we explore the rest of the house.
I'm gonna pretty quickly leaf through the books here on the clockwork, see if there's like any references to numbers or specific times or crystals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean I'll do checks on all of the stuff.
Thank
Um,
you for answering the questions. I will untie him now.
yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks.
Is it just perception to seek?
It is.
Okay.
Where's the basement?
All right.
I don't
Uh,
think there's a basement.
I thought he said that he hangs out in the basement.
Downstairs or in the loft.
Oh, where's the downstairs?
26 out the door. 26 Savory to inspect the clocks and other mechanisms.
Um,
Would be that or crafting, which we could do.
yeah, I think thievery or crafting would work.
Okay. 26.
It's just a bunch of junk, honestly. Like, it's a bunch of spare parts, as far as you can tell. Things that you might use with a creation, but nothing that's, like, specifically used for anything that you can tell. Like, nothing that's. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by these tokens.
Sorry.
We're kids.
Are the clocks attached to anything? Are they controlling another mechanism or something?
Oh. Mm, it's really hard to tell if they're like connected through the wall or anything to anything else. At first glance, you can walk up and like take one off of the wall, and realize that there's no wire or anything behind it. So when you investigate closer, no, it just seems like he wound these to go off at 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Are they like counting down to go off now, or did they just pause at that time?
No, they're paused at 2 hours, 2 minutes, 7 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of weird.
In looking at these clocks, is there any wiring coming out of them, or like any place for wiring to be connected to these clocks?
Not really, no.
Will these scraps fit down the neck of a blunderbuss?
That's 7/3/27 seconds if it ever comes up.
Mm.
Okay, what about this crystals thing?
Yeah, it's just a crystal. I don't really know. Okay, but you take a look at it. It really just looks like a crystal. It's hard to know exactly what this is. You think that if you want to try and find any sort of significance, you're probably gonna have to read more. What was that, Yuri?
Does anyone have detect magic?
Rosaline does. Rosaline will go ahead and detect magic on it.
Make the alarm go off.
No,
Oh, God.
nothing, nothing happens there.
All right, I wind it back up to the original time.
So, Rosaline detects magic, and I will get back to you on that with a better answer than I can give you right now.
Okay.
I think
Are we recording?
we are recording.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you take a look around, and you are pretty certain that if you want to know more, you are going to need to investigate the archives downstairs.
I
Josiah,
agree. We should do that.
Yeah, Josiah doesn't seem to really know much either. But there is a door that leads from the loft, or 2 doors rather, that lead into another separate room with a bunch of junk, actually. And you think that what you saw, like a pulley system outside, that, where are we? Tokens going. Okay. Sorry, backing up a little bit. You saw like a pulley system that would bring things outside from this loft. So you think the only way to get downstairs is to actually like go the way you came, and walk through the windows or the grates in this loft area.
I start smashing the
Wait,
floorboard.
pause. Didn't we crawl in through a window?
Yes.
Yeah.
You crawled in through
Go
a.
out of here.
Yeah, there's no no way to get downstairs, which I'm realizing is a wild design flaw in this building.
Yeah, it's not up to code.
We just assume a door is like locked or
Who uses a great
disabled
hammer?
or something.
I have
Oh,
a crowbar.
wait. There's a hole in the wall
Great.
Over here.
Very
that
good.
Tag
What size
found.
is it? 3-inch diameter?
Perfect.
Glory
Go
hole?
through the hole
Sorry.
at the top left of the.
Is there a wall? I mean, a map though?
I'm hitting a wall, but no.
Yeah.
There's-
We can start here next time.
Everybody, thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful night. And we will catch you next time for Outlaws of Alkenstar.
Woo!
Bye.
Woo!